Well, it happened. One of you guys responded to the videos, chimed in on the conversation. I appreciate it. Did ask to remain anonymous, so I'm gonna honor that. But the response was, of course, I'm going to sum it up and paraphrase it. But basically, there was a couple of different points made in the response, and it was one. It's kind of I'm new to the Christian faith, and kind of gave the idea that maybe I'm not comfortable with talking to people yet. Maybe I don't know enough to express my faith in a deep enough way yet. And then the other was that in being new to the faith, I still make a lot of mistakes, and I don't want to be labeled a hypocrite. Well, I'm going to respond to those things by saying, number one, thank you for responding. I appreciate that you're willing to open up to me. That means a lot. And I'm going to tell you, number one, you're never going to feel like you know enough. None of us will. There's never going to be enough scripture study or knowledge there's always going to be somebody who knows more scripture or has more memorization and stuff. I know so many atheists who can quote scripture better than the best theologians out there, and I mean they can go verse for verse just far better than anybody else on the planet. And the problem is they don't know the power in any of it. It's not about being able to know scripture and being able to know what all the these and thous mean and all the original intent and content and all that. Dude, the most powerful part of sharing your story is sharing your story. That's where the real power and testimony is. It's knowing what you have been through. That's why we're all different. That's why we all have a story. Because I've been through things you haven't. I can reach people that you won't. That's why God didn't make us all cookie cutter Christians. Because if He wanted us all to be the same, He would have just cloned us. But we all have a different path. We all walk a different path for the very reason that everybody else walks a different path. And I will be able to reach people that my pastor can't, because I am not him. I don't look like him. I don't talk like him. And I don't, the same people won't respond to me that will respond to him. The people that will respond, that won't respond to him might respond to me. I've been places that he hasn't, and people will see me that will open up to me that won't him. Anyway, I think you're following me. I'm stumbling all over that. The other part of that is I don't want to be labeled a hypocrite. Well, the first thing you need to know is the definition of hypocrite, because people throw that word around without knowing what it means all the time. A hypocrite is someone who tells you to do something that they are not willing to do themselves. Hypocrites are those who insist that you live a way that they don't live. People call hypocrite all the time without having any clue what it means. Yes, I am a Christian. Yes, my life has been changed by Jesus, and I live and walk a different path than I used to. Yes, I still screw it up all the time. I make mistakes, I fall down, and I mess up this thing called Christianity, and there's a verse, and again, I am the worst about knowing the street address of the verses. The book and the book and number of the verses. But there's a verse that says that your grace is new daily. And the reason he does that is because we need his grace to be new daily. I need his grace to be new daily because I screw up daily. You know, some days worse than others, but I'm not perfect. None of us are going to be. As long as we're wearing this skin, we're not going to get it right all the time. That's just part of being human. But failing and making mistakes is not being a hypocrite. Living in a failed state, living your life as a sinner, living a lifestyle of sin while calling yourself a Christian, that's being a hypocrite. If I choose to just continually live as that person and say, well, I'm calling myself this, but I'm living as that, that's being a hypocrite. So if you make a mistake, take steps to correct it. Don't live in that failure. Get up, dust yourself off, get back to Jesus, say, hey, you know what, I screwed up, I'm sorry, I don't want to be that way, I don't want to live that way. Help me to put it in the past, forget about it, and keep moving forward, and do that. Keep moving forward. I've got a bunch of stickers all over my toolbox at work because that's where I spend most of my time, and I need a lot of encouragement at work because that's also where I spend a lot of my frustration. But one of the stickers on my toolbox says, I am not perfect, just forgiven. And I think that's what a lot of Christians need to try and remember to convey to the world. Man, I'm not trying to tell you that I'm out here being perfect and that I'm better than you. It's not about being better than you because I'm saved. It is, I found a rescue from my future, which was hell. We all deserve hell. I have been rescued from that. I am forgiven. Not because I've become perfect, but because he lived perfect and gave me that. And he's trying to give you that. And all I'm doing is trying to show you how to find it. I am just one beggar trying to show another beggar where to find bread. That's it. That is, if somebody calls you a hypocrite, that is what you do to explain that away, to explain to them, I'm not a hypocrite. Yes, I screw up. Yes, I fall down. Yes, I make mistakes. It's not because I'm a hypocrite. It's because I'm human. It's not that I'm not going to make mistakes. It's that I don't live in those mistakes. It's that I don't live that life anymore. I fall down. I get up. I dust myself off. I go back to the guy who makes me new. And I start again. So hopefully that answers those questions. Don't let that fear of not knowing enough or being labeled hypocrite stop you from sharing your witness. You're never gonna feel like you know enough. You're definitely never gonna know it all. Just share. And you know what? If you start sharing your witness with somebody, if you start sharing the gospel with somebody, and they catch you with a question that you don't know the answer to, it's okay to say, I don't know. I don't know, but you know what? Let me go find the answer to that and come back to you. Let me work on that and get back to you. Set a time and a date and come back to them. Don't leave it. Don't let it slide. Don't ghost them because they had an aha moment. But go and talk to somebody. Go and research. Go and find that answer and come back to them. And that will show them that you're serious about actually trying to bring them the truth. So I hope that helps answer some questions. I hope that opens you guys up to bringing me some more questions, that I am showing you that I am serious about answering you guys. And I hope to hear from you soon. We'll talk to you next time.